was Saturday. Saturday at 3:55, I think. When did I send this to Matt? When did I send this to Matt? Yeah, 3:55. Looks like it. No way. Got that plan? Yeah. That's how I gotta look at it. And I don't know. It's too close to Nana's birth. Her death anniversary is today, so it's too close to today for me not to just believe that Nana had a hand in that. Because, bruh, like I was. Look, here go the diagram. I made the diagram at work today. Like I made this diagram at work, and it looks real, I don't know, goofy and stuff because I drew it. But it looks real goofy and stuff because I drew it. But I was going 65 miles an hour in the right lane, and 65 miles an hour in the right lane, and then I hydroplane. That's what this HP is, hydroplane. And the car went 45 degrees to the left. Nothing really I could do about it. If I mashed on the brake, well, first when I was in the middle of the slide, I looked at my rear view. It's a rear view glance, as the RVG is. It's a rear view glance. I looked at my rear view and I saw there was a car back here, and there was a minivan back here behind me. Keep in mind, I'm on the highway, bro. This is not slow. All right. If it was slow, it'd be different. Like, it'd be different and a lot simpler to deal with. But I was going 65 mile an hour, which is decently fast. And I looked at the rear view and I saw that, so I knew if I turned the wheel to the right, I would have spun out and landed like somewhere in between here and maybe on the shoulder. Whatever. I wasn't sure, or I would have fishtailed and been in the middle of the road. So I knew that if I turned right, and if I mashed on the brake, what would happen is I would have flipped over because I was in the middle of a slide. So if you ever mash on a brake in the middle of a slide, what happens is your car like stops, but it's gonna tilt. Your car's gonna tilt to the direction of the slide. So since I was turning right, my car would have just tilted up if I mashed on the brake. Whatever. So, and then I was going 65, so I probably wasn't going to roll over once. I would have rolled over multiple times and stuff. And I had my little brother with me. I had Sean with me. So, I had Sean with me, so I didn't want us to, I didn't want us to flip or get hit by anything. So, what I did was I let the car go, and the car naturally slid like into this, and actually slid into a U-shaped curve. And this right here is the barricade for the highway. And this is the shoulder that nobody drives in, the left-handed shoulder. And the left-handed shoulder that nobody drives in. And we slid over here, and when we got like around here, around this area, I turned the wheel further to the left so that the back of my car would be the primary point of impact, like the back passenger. So behind the passenger door. And I did that, and it actually worked exactly how I thought it would. But once I got a little closer to impact, I had right here, you might not be able to read this, but this right here says thought of doom, death. And I got right here before the impact. After I turned, I was there was a really small moment, like maybe a half a second, maybe, where I think in my head I said, "Is this it?" Well, I was like, yeah, in my head it was like, "Is this it?" And then I said no, right? And then kaboom, we slammed into this at about 60 miles an hour. We slammed into this about 60 miles an hour. This one eye right here is the first impact. So we slammed, this is the first impact. It actually hit behind my passenger door. And then the second impact, because the car was moving so fast, it went side, it basically hit the back end, and then hit the front right of the passenger side. Now what I didn't know is I didn't know where I didn't know where my car was going to be when this slide happened. I thought my car was going to be inside this lane, and I didn't know what else was coming down here. Keep in mind, we are on the highway, so there's likely more cars coming down. So I immediately grabbed my little brother's leg to make sure he was okay and conscious, and was gonna unlock the door and push him out, and push him to get out the car, because I didn't know if we were gonna be in this third lane. I didn't want there to be something right here that wouldn't be able to slow down or wouldn't be able to move out the way, and then we get hit after we crash. So, but as you can see, we were right here in the shoulder. This is the left-handed shoulder, and left-handed shoulder, and a spun, and we were facing the opposite way on the highway on the shoulder. Like, kind of just perfectly in that lane. Now, there is no, I don't believe, if this happens like 5 times, I don't believe that there's that many times where me or my brother are not injured or not dead. Both of us or one of us. Just because we're on the highway and there's multiple cars. Also, depending on what I do, in another universe, there's a me that that turns the wheel to the right, and then I probably get hit by one of these cars or something else. So like, or maybe I flip over. So honestly, it was really intense. And I'm not so much flustered, I'm more angry. Because I never want to endanger my little brother's life. Never want to do that. Never, ever, ever. So I'm more angry about that than really anything. I'm happy that we're alright. Nobody was harmed. My car is the victim, of course. Car is the victim, of course. But, I'm happy. I'm happy we're alright. Did I ban all these hosses, bro? I'm not playing with these hosses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so how many hosses I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I banned like all 5 of them, which I'm really happy about. Then one heck of a story, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to clip that too. But yeah, or rather make a highlight out of that. Whew, but still